Hi, I'm recording too.
1, 2. There you go. I pulled my microphone out my computer, and now all the settings have been messed up, so I have to redo everything. So annoying. It's like I had everything perfect, and then when I had to start doing stuff, I knocked it out, and now I have to reset everything back to
Silly
its original
Jamie,
settings.
there is no such thing as perfect. There is only fail and how much of it you are made of.
You heartless bastard! How's it going, guys? I'm Jamie the Comic, and welcome to the Comical and Inspirational Minds podcast, where we talk about everything that's gaming, anime, comics, and everything in between. Joining me today is Pinkshuchan.
Hello.
And joining us is newcomer to the Caiminds podcast, but old Caimindian, is Fish Dragon.
I had noodles!
Thank you.
And I am still hungry. Feed me.
Right, so how are you all doing today, guys?
I'm doing good, thanks. How about you?
Yeah, no joke this week. Too drunk.
I've never heard of anyone who gets so drunk that they can't think of anything stupid to say.
Yeah, Jamie's pretty much a buzzkill at all the bars.
God.
He just goes there, my life is meaningless. Okay, someone throw this guy out of my goddamn bar.
Okay, moving on. Fish Dragon, how are you?
Pissy.
Oh, tell us why. Tell us. Sit down on my lap. Don't touch me there. Just sit on it.
You wish I'd touch you there.
Giggity. Don't. Hey, I wouldn't do that, Fish. We've got another yaoi lover in the podcast. So.
Oh dear
Hey,
God,
I
it's multiplying.
don't actually, I prefer yaoi pairings that are in actual anime and video games that are mostly canon.
Okay, I think we're safe for the moment. Still, all the more reason, if we ever do start an animated series, we do not let her watch it.
Deal.
Never. We keep this as far away from her and my girlfriend as possible.
Okay, that's
Again,
fair.
I'm not completely insane on yaoi. It just depends on the pairing and if I find them cute or not.
Duly noted. I'm still keeping it away from you, though.
And as you notice, guys, Omni Beneficial will not be joining us this week because he is out of town, so I can guarantee there will be no My Little Pony references or images onto the video. In fact, just to cement that, I'm gonna have me axe a pony's head off. There we go. Now I feel better.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Oh, yes! Finally, someone who agrees on me. With me. On me. Giggity.
You're giving the yaoi girl ideas.
Sorry, I'm choking on my own Jack Daniels here. Right, Fish, shall we start with you? What topic do you have to talk to us today?
Well, Monkey Paw has the retro rush going on, because on the 14th, they recently released Double Dragon for the PlayStation Network, and they've got other games coming along for a 6-week period. On January 21st, they're going to be releasing Lucifer Ring. On the 28th, they're releasing The Fireman 2, Pete and Danny. February 4th, they'll have Hyper Crazy Climber. February 11th, they'll have Wolfang. And for February 18th, the most highly demanded game they've been asked to release over the PlayStation Network, Tomba 2, The Evil Swine Return.
Hell yes! Wait, what? No, I know who Tomba 2 is.
Okay, because I swear to God, I was about to go over to wherever the hell you live, and I was going to choke you while you slept.
See, it's one of those games that I've heard so much about, but I've yet to see any gameplay or see anyone play it.
I grew up on Tomba and Tomba 2. Those two were like my games. Like if I was only stuck with two games for the rest of my life, those two would be it. They were that awesome.
See, with me, all my friends had a PlayStation 1, and I sort of skipped out on that. And I went straight from Sega Mega Drive to Dreamcast. And it wasn't a bad choice. I love it, but I wish I did have all the Crash Bandicoot. I wish I did have Spyro and Tomb Raider. Well, I had Tomb Raider on Dreamcast, but that's not the point. There were so many classics I missed out on as a child, and having to pay now is heartwarming. my childhood. I missed out on these classics. Oh.
Yeah, you pretty much had no childhood.
I had a childhood. I had Sonic Adventure.
Yeah, you had no childhood.
How about Toy Commander?
It's pretty much official. He never had a childhood.
God, there's got to be something else. Did I mention Toy Commander?
Yes, you did.
Damn it. Toy Commander was awesome. Has anyone played it?
Nope.
Nope.
Ah, it's so fun. I still play it today. I've completed it at least 10 times, and I'm doing it again. Basically, you are a kid that plays with toys, but you don't actually see the boy play with the toys, like you see his hands or anything like that. You take control of cars, aeroplanes, tanks, and you just have to complete all these missions, and it's so fun going from your bedroom, going to your parents' bedroom. Luckily, there's no parents there, because there would have been some awkward moments. And then you get to play in the kitchen, because that's where kids should be, in a kitchen. Oh, by the way, I must say there are knives in this game. That's something to teach your children. We have knives, play with them. They'll only destroy your tank.
Oh my god.
It sounds... Yes. Anyway, Pink. Oh no, are we finished with... not Omni. Fish!
Way to get my name straight, dickbag.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so used to saying Omni. We miss him.
Yeah, die in a fire. Die horribly in a fire, Jamie.
Let's move on to Pinkshuchan before I cry.
Too late, he's already crying.
No, I'm not.
Cry in this tiny toy bathtub so I can drink the tears.
No.
Alright, recently I've been getting...
Sorry.
Wow, be a dick there, why don't ya?
Recently, I have been watching a few anime, and one thing that I've been... Like, these are really good anime, by the way. I find myself really enjoying them. But here's the thing that all of these anime have in common. These are these really big what-the-fuck anime. The type of anime where you see something going on, and it makes, like, no complete sense.
Like Adventure Time, but for Japanese.
Mm-hmm. So it kind of leads me to wonder about it. What makes all of these really weird animes so enjoyable? I mean, why do you, like, just want to keep watching it despite how weird it is and how much nonsense there is?
Probably because it's so weird, you're like, oh god, how much weird can it get? Or it's...
And then that's when you get giant, super galaxy-sized robots capable of throwing galaxies as weapons.
No, it's not just that. I have heard of giant panda robots.
Oh my god, giant panda robots. My life is now complete.
We need to watch that. I've been watching Attack on Titan and it won't even compare to Robot Panda throwing people.
Well, actually, how does Robot Panda, like giant Robot Panda shooting missiles at people sound?
That sounds like my wet dreams.
That depends. Are these missiles shaped like bamboo?
No, they're just regular missiles.
In that case, it's no big deal.
Yeah, because
mainstream.
missiles need to be made of wood to seem threatening.
Hey. I am recently getting back into Super Sentai, and I am watching one called Tokumei Sentai Go-Busters. There is a blue truck thing that turns into a gorilla that fires missiles. And when it fires missiles, it doesn't just fire missiles. It fires missiles that leave metal banana peels behind. So fuck you, Jamie. Fuck you.
Oh my god. That sounds awesome! That sounds better.
Indeed it is!
That sounds
missiles that are also
bells and
bananas!
fruit!
Oh yes, I love fruit!
Wow,
No,
that was completely
just put that
random.
away. Yes, put that away now.
My toys, the
But
precious.
now I have another question in terms of this. Like, what is too weird for an anime? What makes, like, so weird you just gotta keep on watching, and so weird you just wanna stop watching it and put it away, never look at it again?
I think it depends on the audience and the context. I mean, there are some animes out there that are so silly, not necessarily out there silly, but so silly as in like you got all these like nerdy guys having nosebleeds constantly, like the stereotypical anime guy that has nosebleeds when he sees a hot girl or a hot girl speaks to him.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I pretty much draw the line on anime when it comes to a dude who basically gets run over by aliens. They save his life, and then they announce to the entire world, "Hey, we ran over this dude, but we couldn't quite fix everything, so we just turned him into a girl. So play nice, bye." I don't even remember the name of that. I just remember seeing this.
I've heard of that anime. Wasn't that supposed to be a Yuri anime?
I don't know. All I know is that I had a new Type magazine. It was one of the episodes that came in, and I figured, why the hell not? I got this. I may as well watch it. And it's just like, what the fuck did I just watch? And this is the first episode.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it might be the case, because I have heard of a Yuri anime that actually does have that plot about a boy being turned into a girl by aliens after they ran him over, and because of this, he's able to get the girl of his dreams, because apparently...
the girl he confessed to before he became a chick apparently didn't like him because he was a dude, and then there was some chick that apparently did like him, but, wanted him to move to the other girl or some shit like that. I don't remember. All I know is that by the end of it, some dude got run over by aliens, and he was a chick, and the aliens was just like, so, yeah, we ran over this dude, turned him into a chick, so can you, be cool about that? Okay, thanks, bye. And it's just like, I am going to drink booze, because that's a much more enjoyable way to kill brain cells.
Okay,
the sad thing is I wasn't old enough to actually enjoy booze at the time.
I'm pretty sure this is at least the 5th or 6th... No, because we've only had... I'm pretty sure half of our episodes have been about yaoi or yuri. So I think we should just change our slogan to the Comic-Con Inspirational Minds podcast, where we talk about hentai!
Sausage on sausage or taco on taco!
Where we talk about hentai! Hentai games! And hentai movies. And I mean everything in between. Hentai.
Dude, it's not hentai until you have a girl in a, sailor outfit and some tentacles.
Not necessarily.
There are different hentai, but that is one example of a hentai.
I came across a used game store that also sells DVDs. It's called CX. I'm not sure if there's an American version. Or Canadian.
The closest thing I can think of is an old store way back when I was living in Kokomo. It was called Game Exchange. It focused on games, but there were DVDs too, but that's the closest equivalent I can think of. I don't think it caught on very well. It was better than GameStop, but I think it was too much better than GameStop. They had a system that worked better, and I think they just got, shut down for it because they weren't making enough money from it. Okay. They were popular, but they just didn't make enough money.
Fair enough. But anyway, CX in... England is basically you can buy and sell used games and DVDs. And I went upstairs because that's where all the DVDs and Blu-rays are. And I was looking around and I saw the anime section, and I like to have a look and go, oh, let's see if there's anything on here that I might want to buy. And then at the corner of my eye, I could see a DVD that said parental guidance advised. And I was like, wait a minute, because in the UK, if we have parental guidance advice, it's mainly a CD, and this is the first time I've seen it on a DVD, because normally if it's something too rude, it would just say that rather than an 18+ sticker. So I looked at it, and I was like, 18+, parental advisory advice. Looked at the back. Oh, yep, it's hentai. In a family store, we've got hentai being sold in full display. It wasn't covered up. It wasn't in the X-rated section. It's just there. But this isn't the first time I've seen, like, maybe they didn't know what it was at the time. They just looked at it and went, oh, okay then, yeah, it's anime. But it's not the first time I've actually seen hentai being sold out in public. Because definitely in the UK, there's laws that if you are going to sell pornography, it has to be covered up. Or it has to just be a bit of paper, say what it is, and a description on the back on a plain bit of paper. So, why don't the UK ever see hentai as pornography? Because it's obviously pornography. And then it's being sold. Even HMV is selling hentai. They don't even care, and it's brand new. It's sealed. So obviously they're getting ratings for it. Obviously they're getting permission to sell it. But UK just need to sort out their priorities. It's just weird.
At one point in my life, when I was really younger and actually had close access to a mall, I had to buy what was a borderline hentai DVD for a friend once because he didn't have a license or proof of identity proof he was old enough to buy it, but it was like an anime called Mouse. It wasn't quite hentai, but it liked pushing just how far much it could get away with not being a hentai.
Yeah.
He already bought like the second DVD. He just needed me to buy the first for him, but he couldn't because he didn't have a license. And this was in a store that where they had anime DVDs and a bunch of other stuff I don't remember, but it was out in full display. They didn't put it high. It was pretty much right there when you walked right through the front door.
Shall we talk about what we've been watching and playing?
I have been watching Sentai.
Ooh. Tell us about it.
Dudes in colored spandex, giant robots, redundancy. But yeah, I'm watching the 36th Sentai Tokumei Sentai, which is Special Secret Mission Sentai Go-Busters and
Sentai.
Yes. Sentai Go-Busters. But yeah, it's the third one I've seen. The other one is basically, you know, animal, kung fu, martial arts. And the other is adventure! So, yeah.
Come on, Timothy, let's go to adventure! Adventure!
Did you just kill an old lady?
Adventure! That there, ladies and gentlemen, that there is a Sanity Not Included reference.
Yes. When it was actually good.
Yeah.
But I've been watching Attack on Titan on Netflix, and it is amazing.
I still need to watch all of it. I only saw the first episode, and I was just emotionally disturbed while watching the first episode.
But that is a good thing.
I haven't been interested in it enough. The only thing I only really know about it is that one of the characters, Sasha something, is apparently, you know, an almost point-for-point excerpt of my girlfriend.
See, I'll try not to spoil it because it's relatively new to Netflix, so you're probably watching it on there. But basically, it starts out really strong. It starts out like it's the humans up against the Titans who've appeared on Earth for no reason, and they have to try and kill them in order to survive. It's very gripping because you get to. It's kind of very awkward and very disturbing seeing all these humans being flung around and as if like they're just a bit of meat and these Titans are easily able to chew them and bite them in half. It's quite disturbing, but it's also very powerful and very gripping to watch. But then something happens to it. It's kind of a plot twist, but at the same time not, because it's like, wait a minute, he's the main character. This certain thing should not happen to a main character. At least 5 episodes in, so something better happened about him. And it happens, and it's like, it had me gripped from the beginning. I thought it was really good that it's about the human race getting extinct, trying to survive, and then they sort of bring this on us. It's like, okay, obviously you needed to do something to try and stand up to these Titans, but why would you go for something like that? It just seems silly to me, but I'm still watching it. It's still gripping, and it actually had me emotional. I nearly cried a couple of times. I think
big surprise, just throw a penny and you'd be crying in happiness about it.
A penny. I can afford my PS4. But yeah, Attack on Titan is a very good anime that you need to watch, and a lot of people will go when that part comes up, say, right, I don't want to watch it, and that's understandable. But if you watch it past that, then it's getting really good. I'm only halfway between, in fact, just over halfway of season 1, and I cannot wait. I've heard there's going to be season 2. I'm not sure if, how the manga is going, but yeah, I definitely look forward to it. What about you, Pink?
Well, like I said before, I've been watching a couple of anime that are really weird, so I'll just name them. First one is Polar Bear Cafe. And it's exactly what it sounds. It's a cafe owned by a polar bear. That's what the anime's about.
Alrighty then.
Is it a alternative universe where humans are the animals? And the animals are people?
No, this is a universe where humans and animals live together and interact with each other as if, like, the way a human interacts with an animal in this universe is the same way a human would interact with another human.
Right, okay.
Oh my god, the potential for bestiality.
I don't know if there's really anything like that, but I haven't gotten to
the rule 34 of the internet. There is porn of it, no exceptions. If it's not official, someone will make it official.
Oh boy, I'm going.
And then the other anime I had been watching is called Is This a Zombie?
I know vaguely about that. I don't know everything, but I have heard of it more than once.
I just came across it online. I saw like a couple of pictures on it because people on Facebook were saying, "Oh, is this good anime?" I was like, "I don't fucking know." But yeah, it's basically, isn't it like younger version of High School of the Dead, like with younger protagonists?
No.
Right.
Is This a Zombie is basically, you have the main protagonist who is actually a zombie, but he looks like any other teenage boy.
Right.
And then he comes across this magical girl who fights monsters, but then after they met, she loses her powers, and her powers end up into him. And so he has to use her powers in order to defeat these monsters, which forces him to cross-dress while fighting, and he's using this pink chainsaw and just... It's like, what?
Okay, up until you started explaining the whole him taking her powers and wearing a pink outfit with a chainsaw, it was starting to sound somewhat like another manga I know about, Some Career, Undying Love or something like that, but it's more or less up until that point the same, just, it's the chick who's dead, and apparently she has a thing for being dead. She likes the fact that she is dead, a zombie or something to that effect. I don't know. What is Japan's obsession with necrophilia?
But isn't this an R-rated, I'm not sure the rating, but isn't it more a mature themed? Because here we've got 18 plus, which is like the maximum you can get. Is it something like that?
I would pretty much assume so, because there is a lot of foul language and there are some panty shots. Even panty shots of the guy in the dress.
Right, so it's a bit...
Oh, dear God.
It's a bit like 17 plus then. So
I would assume so.
Right, so...
But you forget, in Japan, rape is the way of saying hello.
But, see, what you were describing to me, it sounds really good. It sounds like a good anime. It sounds, because it's made for mature audiences, it sounds like it could be very gripping. But then you lost me with him having to dress up like a girl. Nah.
And again, just the thought of a zombie that looks like an ordinary guy having to cross-dress and be a magical girl in order to defeat monsters and use a pink chainsaw.
On that note, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me. I've been Jamie the Comic. That has been Pinkshuchan.
Bye.
And that's also been Fish Dragon.
I will stab you in the throat, Jamie.
It's not my fault your equipment didn't come in time.
I will murder your soul slowly in hell.
Okay, we better end this quick. Thank you very much for joining us on the Caiminds podcast. If you want to email us, which some of you have been emailing us, and we shall try and get to some of the questions next episode, if I remember this time. You can email us at kaipodcast@caiminds.com. That's CAI podcast@caiminds.com. You can also reach us on Facebook, which is facebook.com/caiminds, and Twitter, which is Twitter handle is @caiminds.com. So if you want to hit us a message, then, or leave us a comment on the website and YouTube, that's very great. Thank you very much. Deep breath. Thank you very much, guys. Catch you later.
Bye.
Until next time, keep on being awesome, everyone. See ya.